Well, for my calligraphy dictionary, one of my calligraphy dictionaries, I would like it really much to stay put and open while I'm copying the individual characters. But it's, of course, in itself it does not stand. Even if it does, it just doesn't. So what I have been thinking is to come up with a contraption, some kind of a device that holds it both open and not too forced open, because I could just put a steel bar like this, a fork wrench or something like that. But I'm kind of a friend of books, and I don't like to, basically I don't like forcing books open. It has to be open just as much so that I can see the character, but it should relatively stay below 90 degrees. And for that, well, I tried to come up with binder clips, smaller, larger, different colors, and neither helped the way I would like. So in the end, I thought I would make something original. Let's try. Okay, so I brought the dictionary to the workshop for referencing on the dimensions of the book itself. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen any Japanese books, you gotta know that they start from the right and head to the left where they end. So it's the other way around. That's an interesting bit of info. Okay, this is it. This is the steel strip I'm going to use, at least I plan to. Let's just open it without injuring ourselves. And I'm gonna cut this with this plate cutter. However, we need to do some measurements. I will want the book, want the strip to reach in at least 2.5 centimeters, 3.5 centimeters actually. So that's 3.5. Let's just grab a piece of paper. Okay, so that's 3.5. Twice. Then on either side we will need the thickness of the book, which is again 3 plus 3 times 2. So we got the inside, the edge of the sheets, then it comes in 12 times 2, plus the spine of the book, which is again 3, and this is only 1. So if we add it up, that's so this is 7 plus 6 plus 24 plus 3. This is 10. This is 30. So 10 plus 30 is 40. Okay. This is what I got. My calculations are not always spot on, however. Okay. Now that we have the measurements, it's basically just hammering out the correct shape. First, of course, we will need to get off the edge because it cuts my fingers. Oh, that's noisy. Okay. So I straightened it up a bit. Not completely, but it's much better than it used to be. Much better. Let's determine the midpoint. Here. That's where I will center the book. Let me bring my marker. This is a whiteboard marker, not a permanent one. So I would be able to swipe it off if I write on the book or anywhere else. See? But then I just swipe it off. So for delicate stuff, it's always better to use whiteboard markers. So this is it. We have the two measurements. Okay, it's beginning to take form. A form I like so far. This is it. So we would also need to mark the edges of the book. Like that. It's getting more and more difficult to bend the shape into the correct angles. I wonder if I add the thickness of the book right here, then I won't need any at the opposite side. If it's 50-50, so let's just visualize this quickly. So my dilemma is that, so here is the open book, like that, and when I'm just at the middle, then I will only need half of the thickness on one side and half of the thickness on the other side. And there are two scenarios where I will need almost the thickness, the whole thickness of the thing on one side and almost nothing on the other side, which is ×2, because if I'm at the beginning of the book I can use the reverse of this, and when I'm at the end of the book I can use, I just swap it back upside down, and one configuration would cover for both extreme scenarios. However, that would mean that for the midway point, one side would be too large and the other would be too small. Well, an average of the two is going for 3/4 of the thickness, and that would give us, I guess, a usable proportion. But we'll see in a couple of minutes. For this I'm really in need of my hearing protection. Okay, this is it. Let's try this out. This is the plan. Actually not that bad. And all we need to do is just to stretch this a little bit so that it would stand on its own. Like that. Yeah, that's about 90 degrees. Not bad actually. Oh, I could have made the spine much narrower. I'm not sure what happened there. But at least it can stand this way, it doesn't tip over. I can adjust this for better balance. Okay, I'm satisfied. Are you? So I'll be using the book here in my calligraphy studio, and I just put it beside the paper I'm writing on. Here it is. It's easy to thread in the book. This is basically it. And the best thing is it not only stands upright, but I can tip it over to one side or the other, depending on which side I need to look at more. So this is absolutely the best contraption I've made this year so far. The most useful, I mean. Well, if we are here anyway, this is how I would use the book normally. I just put it right beside me and copy the characters. Let's try something. Let's try the character for fight, because that's just so relatable right now. That's it. Fight. So this was it. If you like my new invention, then please don't forget to leave a like. And if you don't want to miss my other inventions, then hit subscribe. See, it even stays open upside down like that. That's pretty cool. I still like it, even after using it for a bit. But take care and see you in the next one.